Don't give it all up, give it one up. Just don't give it all up, give it one up. Don't give it all up, give it one up. Just don't give it all up, give it.
Hello, well here, and we are today back in Gran Turismo, and we are starting with race A at Tsukuba. And this was a selection race. You could select a few different cars on this one, but obviously most people went with the greedy Fugu, primarily because it was the more basically dominant car, and I think alright, it was just a better car for it. So as you can see, we're starting basically at the back. So I've done no qualifying because this is my have fun account, where it's sort of like I'm not too boned about how it goes, but I do like to try and keep my SR up some. And obviously due to last week's races, especially with Special Stage X, SR took a bit of a knock. So I am going to be in slightly worse at lobbies, I suppose you could say, but it's just basically lobbies where people might not be as smooth. I mean, yeah, myself, I'm not the smoothest, but I try my best, but I still make mistakes. But I'm going to try and see what we can do here. I mean, obviously we had that one guy go completely off at the hairpin. I don't know what the Englishman was doing. Take that man, I think his name was. No idea what he was doing. He just went, fuck it. So by the end of the first lap, managed to get up from 11th up to 8th. So managed to climb a few positions. Probably wasn't the smoothest, but it did the job. Now see if we can get any more. Got a Turkish guy in front of me. I don't actually know what his name is. It's like Sexy or Sick, or I don't even know how you pronounce it. It's Cicekon. Cicecon? I don't know. I'm just gonna call him Cici. Or Con. We'll just call him Con. There you go, Con. Easy to pronounce. There's like in there, it's like turning, turn as much as I can so I don't actually hit Con, or do the best I can to not hit Con. That corner, obviously he's on that side, on this side, so it's like, nah, screw it, well, get past Con. Got the better line through there, so all good. Alright, next, let's try and get past Bubby. I don't know, Bubby's in a bit of a tanglement. So I actually, I give Bubby a little tap, but the thing is that it actually helps Bubby out there. He was in a bit of a tangle with Rickenbacker. Oh yeah, and Con here goes wrong on the hairpin. I hit Rickenbacker. I get myself second penalty, but since I pushed Rickenbacker a little bit wide, I thought, you know what, I'm going to just slow down a little bit, let Rickenbacker get his position back, because Con took a really stupid line through that hairpin. So unfortunately I do have myself a second penalty, but it's not going to be too costly. I'm not going to really lose any positions. I mean, I will lose time on Rickenbacker, but I don't lose any actual positions. So I've got to try and catch back up with Rickenbacker again. Bubby's gone. Probably thanks to my... One, thanks to the little tap I gave him on the first corner. And two, for Con taking a really stupid line through the hairpin. So I could still get 6 here. It is possible. It may not happen. It may happen. I don't know. Well, I know, but you'll have to find out. Yeah. A bit bit in that corner, and then this corner again. If I can remember correctly, it was a bit didn't turn in at the right time for that one properly. So do lose a little bit of ground on Rickenbacker. But we now do actually slowly start catching up with them. So I can still make ground. I can still make time. I think I did have a slightly faster pace than Rickenbacker, but it was about trying to like basically keep the laps smooth. Well, at least we'll have to be keeping this lap smooth. Yeah, we see what we can do. So you can see, with at the end, at the beginning, lap 5, I was on like about a second behind Rickenbacker. Now we're at like 7 temps. So I've managed to, bring a bit that time down. And we're slowly just getting a little bit closer, And Rickenbacker has a little wobble. As we close in a little bit more. Probably didn't have the best exit there, but I'm still within the slipstream of Rickenbacker. So, if I am going to take 6, I'm going to have to make the move on this corner here. Technically, even though from quite far back, it's quite a bit of an ask. And you can see, I am able to catch up with Rickenbacker, but not really able to take over there. So, but we finished in 7th. So, it's an alright result. Not the best, but it's an alright result. So with 7th, started from the back. Yeah, having a few rough corners, having that penalty to deal with. If I didn't have that second penalty, I probably would have got 6th. If I didn't have that second penalty. But not a lot I could do about that one now. Alright, on to race B. This is the second time I did race B. I did do one before this, but I thought, was a bit meh with it. So I tried it again. And this one was also a little bit meh at the beginning. Near the end it wasn't so bad. It was just at the beginning it was a bit meh. As you can see again, I didn't actually do any qualifying. I just basically just jumped straight into these races, no qualifying, because I'm here to have a bit of fun. I'm not here to be like to be the best or anything like that. But because I ain't. To put it simply. But also it's just again, I'm just wanting to have fun. I'm not too boned about getting this up and that up, blah blah. I would like to at least try and get my SR back into S again. But I'm going to have to do a bit of grinding on that one, I think. So Hound Dog's a bit wobbly there, so I'm going to go on the outside, and it's a bit all squiff, and it is all good a bit squiff here, because I've got obviously Mr. Psycho. There's a little bit of a tap from Mr. Psycho there, not a crazy tap, but just, a little bit of a tap, and he gets a second penalty. Okay, I get why the game wanted to give him that second penalty, but should he really got a second penalty there? No, not really. It's one of those BS penalties again. I mean, it's like, I get why the game gave it to him, but for myself, it's like I don't think he really should have got a second penalty there, because it was like, yes, there was a bit of contact, but it's like, did it bugger him up? No. Did it bugger me up? No. Did it bugger anyone up? No. Things get a bit messy there. And then I have a little bit lapse of concentration, and I'm keeping too much of an eye on Mr. Psycho. He goes straight off, and I'm like, oh crap. And then I go off a little bit. Because I'm just too busy looking at Mr. Psycho. It's like wondering where was he going? And obviously into the wall. And then I have a bit of an oopsie here, not concentrating, but we're going to have to blurb that out, you know, it's complete and utter filth. But yeah, unfortunately for me, I just had absolute lapse of concentration there. With the Spanish driver, because unfortunately he slightly hit the wall on the inside of the chicane, which slowed him down. And I know you can go for that chicane pretty fast. So obviously I wasn't braking or over that, and I was just deaccelerating a little bit just to get through the chicane. But didn't realise that the Spanish driver actually hit the wall a little bit. So I didn't realise he slowed down. I went straight into him, and obviously we had to block that out because that's a filth. You know, it was an R rated 18, complete and utter filth. But that was also just a bit of a lapse on concentrating myself as well. So obviously that. But the thing I'm actually quite surprised about is that I didn't get a penalty. Again, BS penalty system. I get a little bit of a tap from Mr. Psycho. He gets a second penalty. I hit a driver. They spin out because I wasn't concentrating, and I get nothing. It's like, what? Why? Okay, let's try an experiment. Let's go smash someone else off and then see what happens. But no. So, but yeah, again, that was just a lapse of concentration from me. But again, I should have gone a penalty, but I didn't. Because the penalty system, not sure it's the game, but the penalty system, it's pretty stupid. Slight misjudgment there on me on that corner on the turn in, and sort of thought you do hit the wall a little bit on the way out. So first 2 laps haven't been anything spectacular. I mean, I was a bit wide there, I think. So, you know, the first 2 laps haven't really been anything spectacular. So that's the first half of the race over. Maybe the second half will be a little bit better, since now the field's a bit more spread out. You know, things might be a little bit better. Things might be a little bit smoother, hopefully. And next we got another Spanish driver. I'm just going to call him Pepe because I think that's how his actually beginning of his name is, like P-E-P-E. So I'm just calling him Pepe. So I'm going to try to catch up with Pepe in the Aston Martin. I don't know which one that actually is, but all I know is it's an Aston Martin. And I'm thinking like, maybe I could take a move in here. So no, I'm gonna slow down a little bit, let Pepe get back in front again. I thought I could try to make the move there, just didn't have the speed, so I was like, alright, back out and we'll try again up here. I'm gonna get behind Pepe. I'm gonna go around the outside, go to the inside. Unfortunately, Pepe is able to brake a little bit later than I did, so he was able to keep his 7th place. I was like, alright, try and have a smooth chicane, and then try and get past him once we're out of the chicane. So we both have a little tap of the wall there. Obviously, Pepe is a little bit slower on the exit of the chicane. Obviously, I'm a little bit faster. So I was like, alright, we'll try again to get past Pepe. So the late braking, unfortunately I just brake it just a little bit too late, go a bit wide, it's a little bit of squiffiness, a little bit, you know, it's a little bit awkward there. I think he was trying to go a little bit wider technically wider than what he actually needed to do there. So unfortunately he does run a bit wide, and I'm able to take over Pepe. Alright, so next is Kill M 2010. Now this guy was actually on, so the Spanish driver who's now in 6th, Kill M 2010, was actually originally the pole sitter. He started on pole. So he's not been having a great time now that he's dropped down to 6th. And I've got to try and catch up with him, so I know he's got a little bit of a faster pace. So we're going to see what we can do. I mean, it's a very big ask to get past him from this distance, so I do need him to mess up, technically, for me to be able to actually get past him here. But now I've got a bit of clear space between me and him. Obviously, me basically Kill M and Pepe. I can do things a little bit more smoother. you know, I ain't got to think as much. But it's like, alright, chicane, just try and have a nice smooth chicane. Unfortunately here, Kill M has a terrible chicane and unfortunately hits the chicane on the way out. So I'm able to get past Kill M 2010 and take 6th place. Just got to get around this corner, make sure it's nice and smooth, or smooth enough so I don't completely bugger it up. And we are going to come home in 6th. So yeah, first half of the race, a bit squiff, and that incident on chicane, the utter filth on that chicane at the beginning. Yeah, that was just unfortunately a very, a big lapse of concentration for me, but there's not a lot I can do about it now, unfortunately. But that was it, unfortunately. But yeah, so not the smoothest, not the greatest, and not the best, but not really a lot I can do. But that's it. Till next time, I'll see you all later.